Hello everybody, welcome back to Wolfeei. This is recording attempt number 5 because I leak too much and I'm an idiot. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about Feinberg in MCC. Is he a one-time player? Now this is a Reddit question that I don't think anyone has really definitively answered, and I don't know the definitive answer, by the way. That is not the leak. There's just other things that I know. Anyways, let's get to the topic of today's video. Feinberg is one of the newest Feinberg is one of the newest players that get added to MCC, announced on the red team, so it's one of the first newcomers that was announced for this event. And obviously he has a track record of being an absolute demon in Minecraft events and being very, very good at the game. And people were a little bit curious on whether he would be allowed to stay, because first of all, he's a very high skill player, and MCC at some point very recently did not really have room for more of those, but clearly that may have changed. And, you know, people are just skeptical. Maybe Feinberg is a one-time player, maybe he's not. I think the answer is no, but we'll get into the reason why. On this post, the person says he didn't say he got invited to the Discord, only that he got DM'd the sign-up sheet, so I'm confused if Fine is a one-time player or what. Now, I'll say this first. If someone is in MCC, they will be in the MCC Discord. I will say that because I think it would make absolutely zero sense for them to not be in the Discord, because the voice calls of the event are in the Discord. The people in the event talk to each other in the Discord, maybe in DMs too, but you know, how else are you gonna know who your teammates are? You're not gonna, if Feinberg's not in the Discord, how would he know his team? Scott's not gonna message everyone their team. That's pointless. Anyways, Fine not mentioning him being in the Discord server in this video does not mean he's a one-time player. Also, to clarify, I think everyone who is a one-time player gets specifically told that they are a one-time player. A prime example of this is Misty. Misty played in MCC Pride 2023. She was told, as far as we are publicly aware, that Misty was only going to play MCC Pride 2023 for now. That means that once MCC Pride 2023 was over, Mysticat is no longer in the MCC roster. It's simple as that. That's how it works. As far as I'm aware, as simple as that. So if you're a one-time player, you'll be told. Because it's kind of messed up if you get invited without that information and then after the fact find out, oh, by the way, you're only a one-time player. It makes way more sense to be told that in advance, and people will know. Fine would know this too, and he would mention it on stream, because if he leaks what he says in this video, which, by the way, we're not going to get into this video, I'll link it in the description. It's an interesting watch. I talked to Feinberg a lot in private before he got invited to the event, and I can confirm that a lot of the things he says are true, because they apply to me as well. And then, upon finding out that he was in, I talked to Feinberg a bit more, and then I can confirm the second half of what he said in this video is also true, because he told me. Anyways, let's get into the video. One thing that I think is very particular to point out is about the sign-up sheet, and I will mention the logic behind why things are maybe the way they are.
Yeah, here's the setup for him. I can't promise I'll be on that team, but I'll try my very best.
That's all you need. There's a lot of stuff to look into for this video, but that clip is all I need to further back up my thought process here. So Fine got sent the sign-up form with apparently a message saying, I'll try to put you in, but I can't guarantee you'll be in, but I'll try my best, okay? I'll try my best to put you in, but I cannot guarantee it. Which means, maybe. It means, here's a sign-up form, the chances that you're going to be in are there, but we can't guarantee it. Does that mean, hey, here's the sign-up form, you're going to be in one time, but after the fact, you're going to be removed? No, that's not what that means. It means you might be a newcomer if you want to be. And then the reason why he isn't in the Discord, or wasn't in the Discord at the time, is I'm pretty sure newcomers for MCC don't get invited to the Discord until after the teams are made, because in this instance, in particular, if Feinberg was invited to the Discord, but then Scott doesn't end up being able to, or isn't able to actually fit him into the roster, then Fine's just in the Discord now, for no reason, really. Like, he's just kind of there. So, yeah, I don't think he's a one-time player. Another thing is, I think newcomers did get handled after the fact, because if we look at this clip that was posted on the MCC Reddit from Whip, he says this.
I got a message from Scott, like, after the signups had closed and everything, and he was like,
Oh
"Yeah, so we
my.
only had 39 people sign up. Do you want to be the 40th?" And I was like, "Sure, I guess I'll play again."
So that's what Flip said. I mean, I don't think Flip would just make that up and lie about it. It appears that at some point, maybe, you know, Scott was looking for some people to fill some spots. Obviously, for the first event back, Scott wants to put in the extra handful of new people or extra handful of returning people to catch people's attention. And I think that he did. You know, signups go out. The regular batch of people signs up, wanting to play in MCC. And then after that gets fully handled, you know, after the signups close, Scott's like, oh, we have 39 people. Let me ask someone to play, and maybe let's get some newcomers. Because we can tell from this batch of newcomers, for the most part, that they are probably manually invited, if I had to guess. And I'll explain why. First of all, we have 7 newcomers, or 6.5. I'm going to count Iskal as a newcomer because, obviously, he hasn't played in ages. The chances that all these people coincidentally all asked to play at the same time, all these large creators all suddenly want to play in MCC all at the same time, is so extremely unlikely that I'm just not even going to consider the possibility of it, because it's just not, that makes no sense. What I think happened, and what I think is a good, this is, by the way, not supposed to be like critical, low signups doesn't matter. Blockhorse has had plenty of times where we've had low signups and still clutched up and made an absolute banger roster, and I think MCC did it here as well. So I just want to clarify that before anyone thinks this is like a critical thing or a bad thing, because I think this is a good thing. I don't even know what I was trying to say, but I think what Scott did here is he was like, okay, well, we have a low amount of signups. This is an opportunity to get some new people in the roster. So let me just get my strongest, you know, soldiers and put them in the roster. Being Chilled Chaos, who has expressed interest to be in the roster, is a very big variety streamer and also a very hype person to see in the event. Feinberg, we now know, as he has publicly now mentioned, got in through asking. He also is a very hype player, though, so I understand that Scott would prioritize putting him in. I assume there probably is a stronger player on the bench, if I had to guess. So I think this is a fantastic idea, too. Iskal, we also know, highly requested to return, also expressed interest in returning. I think Scott maybe realized, hey, this is the opportunity to make him, to give him a chance to return. So there you go. That's my guess of how it would happen. Izuma also publicly expressed interest in wanting to play. Maybe Izuma messaged Scott, maybe not. I don't really know much about Izuma. I don't know how he handles things, but I could totally just seeing this be a situation where, because of the extra room for potential new people to join, Izuma maybe got reached out to, being like, hey, I heard you wanted to play. Do you want to play? And then boom, you got a team like this. Very cool. Next up, Small Ant. I think you would be very silly to think that Scott did not know about Small Ant being, a highly requested player to join. Small Ant was obviously also interested in playing. He expressed interest publicly. He applied for MCC Rising, etc., etc. I think it's probably just a thing where Scott was like, well, let's, F it. Let's do it. Let's run it. You get a highly requested trio as well. Cool, sure. Hey, it works. Nice. There you go. Small Ant. And then Flip, we know, obviously got messaged to return. And this is the prime example, or I think this is showcasing the reality of things being maybe handpicked a little bit. The chances of this team naturally occurring without a predetermined plan to take place, without team ties just being planned to happen, is so unlikely that I think this kind of confirms that there was people who got reached out to. And I think, yet again, that is fantastic. That's what we do for Block Wars, and I've said for a while that I think this should be done for MCC. And I'm genuinely incredibly happy, so happy to see that it's finally actually happening. This is super cool, super happy, and I hope, I understand and I fully agree that this trend of 7 or 6 newcomers per event should not continue. This is way too many to be able to manage long term. But hopefully we see a consistent influx of new people over time. 2, maybe 3, maybe 1, around those numbers I think is good. And maybe the occasional 5 if there's been a couple events where things have been a bit slow. Because if we're going to keep it real, if most of the newcomers that are in this event play again, which I could totally see happen, if most of these people play again, and then there's more newcomers next time, and then there's more people signing up next time. MCC is going to end up having like 60 signups, and you just don't need that many. That's just way too many. So why would you still add a lot of newcomers then? I think, yeah, it makes sense. Anyways, I rambled way too long. One question, and I did a lot of yapping yet again. But that's my theory. That's my theory of how things happened, and that's my theory of why Feinberg may have gotten the messages that he got, or what he's at least publicly displayed here, the way things are handled. And yeah. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope everyone has some more insights on how things may have been put together for MCC. Yet again, let me clarify, and I assume most people will not get to this point of the video, that people will miss this information. This is pure speculation. I genuinely have zero clue of how this MCC was put together. This is just pure speculation based on my experience as an event host for Block Wars and how I typically handle things. I could totally see MCC do the same thing. And let me remind everyone again, I am in favor of this approach. Like said, we do this for Block Wars, it works. MCC can do it way better because MCC is a bigger event, and I'm glad to see them actually do it. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone has some more insight again. And is Feinberg a one-time player? I don't think so. But I guess we're going to find out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.